Hi, this is Todd at bardexandoctor.com. I've got Dr. Stan here with me. Dr. Stan and I were just discussing our program and the different benefits that we offer and the difference between our program and other programs. I want to, before I go into much, I want to just let Dr. Stan talk a little bit about himself. Go ahead, Dr. Stan.
Yeah, hi. My role here at bardexandoctor.com is I'm one of the many graders that grade practice bar exam answers from people who subscribe to our program, people that are interested in taking the bar exam and passing it. We offer, I think somewhat of a unique approach in the sense that our software is almost identical to the software you'll be encountering with the taking the California bar exam online. We've been around for about a decade, and we were using the software before before the coronavirus forced the California bar exam to be administered online. So for starters, you're going to be working with a software platform that's familiar to you. Our approach is somewhat unique in the sense that you have access to not only former bar exam answers and questions, but you have the ability to submit your either performance test answer or your essay answer and have it graded, returned to you in 48 hours with comments. In addition to that, we offer one-on-one tutoring, which I know from experience, having served as a tutor for some of the people in the past, is a very, very good experience for the people who are, suffering with apprehension and concern, especially now that, everything is online. People begin to worry about, gee, is their typing good enough? Are there going to be any distractions that are going to cause the exam answers to be flagged as suspicious? There's a lot of anxiety. So, those are all issues that are somewhat unique to today's environment. But at the end of the day, your job is to show somebody that you know the California law and you know how to apply it to a fact situation. Period. End of story.
Thanks, Dr. Stan. Yeah, so as Dr. Stan is mentioning, our program is unique in that it's, we created this years ago. So we were before the time of the current format of the bar exam. And one of the cool things is when you practice with our program, you can try to focus on things that you want to make sure you don't get flagged on. For example, right now have lots of you, we've heard stories from that where they talk about potentially getting flagged by the bar examiners because their eyes went a certain way or they stepped away from the computer, or other things like that. With using our platform, you can practice and make sure that like, I'm going to sit in my seat. I'm not going to do things that would potentially get flagged. So you're able to practice. And then when you do it with our program, the essays MPTs are through the simulators that we've created years ago that are just like the real thing. So you literally have a screen that looks like almost like a Microsoft Word format, and you can type out your answers. And the essays MPTs, the actual questions are fully on your screen. You don't have to print anything. The answer screen is completely on your screen. You don't type any, you don't print anything. So it's all there. So literally one of the questions we get all the time from our students is, what do I need? What do I need to buy to go with your program? And the funny thing is we say, not much. Maybe the Barbary Convisor book, that's about it. We have all the database questions of essays and PTs to keep you busy. We have our own outlines. We have our own approach sheets. We have a bunch of other fun things. And the other thing was pointing out by Stan was that basically when a student uses our program, they do a question of an essay or PT, there's access to a database. And this database has thousands and thousands of past exams that our students have done, because every time a student does a question, we save their answer anonymously with the feedback, with the scores, everything. So that way, later on, another student can learn from their experience. They can learn why they got that score. They can see these things. They can see, why is it a 75? Why is it a 70? The thing is, what we find is that if you're going to some of the other areas and you're seeing these scores of another bar review or just in databases of just a 75, why did they get a 75? Why did they get a 70? We give you that missing link where it explains from the comments of why they got that score. It's really important because an essay of a 75 or a 65 or a 55 is meaningless unless you know why they got that. You need to see that feedback. So what we do is in our database, we have that feedback that goes with the score, what goes with the answer. These things are really helpful. So that's why we have a bunch of really smart people, lawyers in other states. Dan is licensed in a few states. And that way we can basically, we can help our students with their background, with their educational background. Dr. Stan has an educational background, a lot of other graders too. We also have a grader who's graded for the former California bar exam. So we have a lot of skilled people, and we put them through the rigor to make sure that they give good feedback. Because again, if you don't have good feedback, it's almost useless. I was just in a Zoom video last week with one of our students who passed the bar exam. And one of the things that we stressed was, if you don't get feedback and if you don't get good feedback, it's useless. You're wasting your time. If you don't write a full answer, if you're just issue spotting, you're wasting your time. If you don't give it your all for that question, you're wasting your time. Don't bother spending 4 hours of basically on and off studying when you could really just commit one full good hour. Okay. So it's not about spending 8 hours, 12 hours. How many hours did your friends spend? It's about you, and it's about working with your schedule. A lot of our students are basically, have full-time jobs, have taken the bar exam a few times, and that's okay. We have lots of students who have passed the bar exam after several attempts coming with us, or had dramatic increases of their score. We have literally students that rave about us and explain that they didn't have to spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to pass the bar exam. They just had to figure out what the hell they were doing wrong. Okay, so now they figured out what they were doing wrong from our guidance, and they eventually passed the bar exam. That's what you need. So it's important to check us out. So right now we still have some time. We love to help anybody who's interested. Check us out. You can check us out at barexamdoctor.com. Dr. Stan, did you have any other last minute things you want to mention?
Very, very, very quickly, because we're wrapping this up. Back to something you mentioned, Todd, and that is, I strongly encourage everybody to spend some time looking at the CalBAR website and take a look at the frequently asked questions when it comes to the online administration. There's like 20 pages of information there, and I strongly suggest you pay real close attention to that. And lastly, as Todd was talking, I was thinking about some of the basic problems that I see that people tend to do, especially in performance tests. If you don't know the difference between a memo and a business letter and the pleading, hint, it's time for you to know that difference. That's about all I got.
Thanks, Dr. Stan. On that note, again, check us out, barexamdoctor.com. We're really here to help people pass the bar exam without costing an arm and a leg. We have a platform that is similar to the real thing. We're way ahead of our time, and we still have a few spots left. So if anyone's interested, check us out. Again, barexamdoctor.com. See you soon. Bye-bye.